Certain number properties follow rules that will never vary. Often, you can use these rules as an effective way to help you solve problems on the ASVAB.
But first, head to ASVABdrill.com for practice tests and study guides.
There are only a few things to remember about positive and negative numbers. Adding a negative number is the same as subtracting a positive number with the same absolute value. As you can see below, 6 plus negative 4 is equal to 6 minus 4, which equals 2. Also, 4 plus negative 6 is equal to 4 minus 6, which equals negative 2. For problems like these, it may be helpful to use a number line to help visualize. Here is positive 6 and negative 4. By adding 6 to negative 4, you can see the box slide all the way to number 2. Same thing here with 4 plus negative 6. Subtract 6 numbers from 4 and you get negative 2. Subtracting a negative number is the same thing as adding a positive number. 6 minus negative 4 is the same thing as 6 plus 4, which equals 10. Watch here. Just add 4 numbers to 6 and you get positive 10. Multiplying and dividing positive and negative numbers is the same as all other multiplication and division, with one catch. You need to figure out whether the solution is positive or negative. To do this, count the number of negative numbers. If you had an odd number of negatives, the answer will be negative. If you started out with an even number of negative numbers, the answer will be positive. Take, for example, negative 6 times negative 4, which equals 24. There are 2 negatives, which makes this a positive product. Another example, negative 1 times negative 6 times negative 4, which equals negative 24. There are 3 negatives, which makes this a negative product. For another, negative 24 divided by 6 equals negative 4. There's 1 negative, making this a negative quotient. Negative 24 divided by negative 4 equals 6. So here we have 2 negatives, which equals a positive quotient. The rules for working with integers are very brief. An integer is a whole number, a number that is not a fraction. If you add, subtract, or multiply 2 integers, the result will always be an integer. However, if you divide 2 integers, the result may or may not be an integer. You may have a fraction. Working with odd and even numbers can be described with a few rules